Good day everyone. So in this video, I'm going to share you the general information about Gestalt Psychology, including its principles. Gestalt is a German word that means roughly shape, form, essence, or whole. Gestalt is a psychology term which means unified whole. It refers to the theories of visual perception developed by German psychologists in the 1920s. One of the most important theories of perception is the Gestalt theory, that tells the world is different from the sum of its parts. It was developed about 1910 by Max Wertheimer and carried on by Wolfgang Kohler and Kurt Kofka at Frankfurt University. Max Wertheimer was born on April 15, 1880. He was born in Prague, Czech Republic, and he is a psychologist and considered as the father of Gestalt Psychology. He died on October 12, 1943. The next one is Wolfgang Kohler. He was born in January 21, 1887 in Reval, Estonia. He is a psychologist and phenomenologist. He is another of the founders of Gestalt Psychology. Kurt Kofka, born in January 18, 1886 in Berlin, Germany. He is also a psychologist and another of the founders of Gestalt Psychology. He is also a learning theorist and died in November 22, 1941. Max Wertheimer, Wolfgang Kohler, and Kurt Kofka concluded that learners were not passive, but rather active. They suggested that learners do not just collect information as is, but they actively process and restructure data in order to understand it. This is the perceptual process. Certain factors impact on this perceptual process. Factors like past experiences, needs, attitudes, and other present situation can affect his perception. Overall, in Gestalt Psychology, there are 7 principles, namely the law of proximity, law of similarity, law of closure, law of good continuation, law of good pregnancy, and law of figure or ground. The first principle is law of proximity. It is the law that states that when objects appear close to one another, they tend to be perceived as group. The second principle is the law of similarity. It captures the idea that when we look at objects that were similar to each other, we tend to group them together. We are prone to notice matching shapes, colors, and forms, or as opposed to looking for what isn't similar. Our brains quickly identify patterns faster than the separate parts of the pattern. The third one is the law of closure. The law of closure, see incomplete elements in a visual, our brains tend to fill in the gaps and see it as a whole. The fourth principle is the law of good continuation. It states that the mind continues visual patterns and the eye continues in the direction it is going. The principles of continuity predicts the preference of continuous figures. The fifth principle is the law of good pregnancy. The word pregnancy is a German term meaning good figure. The law of pregnancy is sometimes referred to as the law of good figure or the law of simplicity. This law holds that objects in the environment are seen in a way that makes them appear as simple as possible. The last principle is the law of figure or ground. Figure-ground organization is a type of perceptual grouping which is a vital necessity of recognizing objects through vision. So those are the general information about Gestalt Psychology and its principles. I hope you enjoy the video. See you.